Hey there, Internet. Looking good tonight. Tonight we're going to be making a strata. Did somebody say a strata? No, Ponch. Not a strata, a strata. So this is a layered egg dish that you can use a lot of leftovers, but tonight we're not using any leftovers. We're gonna use fresh ingredients and it's gonna be delicious. Perfect for breakfast. Tonight we're gonna be using 1 bunch of kale, a whole yellow onion, a loaf of crusty day-old bread, half a head of cauliflower, pork breakfast sausage, 2 cups of cheddar cheese, and 3 cups of milk. All right, so we're gonna start by stripping our kale off the stem, just like that. And then we're just gonna give this kale a nice chiffonade. Okay, now we're just gonna julienne this yellow onion. Julienne more. All right, so we're gonna take this half head of cauliflower and just take the bottom off there. And we don't wanna eat this core, so we're gonna cut a little V shape in here. Take it right out. And then we're just gonna give this a nice chunky rough chop. All right, so I'm using a day-old loaf of bread here that's been sitting out. It's kind of crusty. It helps to absorb the egg. All right, so we just want to take this bread and cut it up into some nice little cubes. Crouton-sized bites. So we're gonna turn our oven up to high, about 450. We're gonna take our cauliflower in this bowl and we're gonna put a good amount of oil on here, probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons. And we're gonna toss it around, make sure it's evenly coated. All right, so we're gonna pop this in the oven. We're gonna put it on the bottom rack for about 15 minutes and it's gonna get nice and caramelized. So we've got our burner turned up to high and we're gonna put a touch of oil in there just to get it started. All right, so our pan is nice and hot. We're gonna throw in our pork breakfast sausage. Just wanna break it up. Oh, yeah. So our sausage is nicely browned, it's fully cooked, and it's on the floor. Reserve as much of that pork fat as we possibly, oh, there's more on the floor. That's awesome. So now we just wanna cook our onions up for a couple minutes here. So I'm seasoning each and every one of these ingredients with salt so that we don't have to add too much salt to the egg mixture. So we're gonna add just a touch more oil into our hot pan. Yeah, love that sound. And remember, if you don't hear that crackle, the pan's not hot enough. Now this is gonna spend about maybe 3 minutes in the pan and it'll be ready to go. So what we're looking for is this nice brown color right there. We're starting to caramelize. It's gonna bring out some sweetness and it's going to add a lot of flavor to your strata. All right, so we're going to make our custard now and we're going to crack 9 eggs into here, and a great ratio for a custard of this sort is 3 eggs to 1 cup of milk. All right, so let's crack our eggs. Now we're gonna whisk the milk in. So just pour it in and whisk up your eggs. All right, so we're going to put a big old fat pinch of salt in here, maybe 2. Season this custard up, mix it around. And now we're ready to assemble the strata. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna slap down a chunk of butter and get messy with it. Put it all over the sides of your casserole dish. We're gonna put down a layer of bread. So arrange your bread on a single layer. Then we're gonna add the kale, sprinkle it everywhere. Now we're gonna add our caramelized onions. Now we're gonna add the meat layer. Yes, ma'am. Yummy pork sausage. Now we're gonna add the cheddar cheese. And now we've got our roasted cauliflower. Girl, you don't know how good this is. And the last thing we're gonna do is add more bread to the top. It's raining bread, y'all. Now we're gonna pour our custard right over this mix. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna set our oven to about 350. And take our strata and pop it into the oven. And in about 20 minutes, we're gonna be ready to eat. That looks spectacular. Oh my goodness, that looks beautiful. Mm.